But first, let's just do a very basic riser. So I am going to open up the, let's see, yeah, the ES2. Risers are actually pretty darn easy to use. So I'm going to do a square wave. Actually, I'm gonna go to initial saw. All right, that's pretty loud. I'll turn that down. All right, and we do not want this in polyphonic. We want this in legato. There's some times where you want mono. Mono and legato are very similar, except for if there's a glide, mono remembers where you were if you pick up off the note, and legato does not. So like here's legato. Well, let me turn the glide on. By the way, the glide is, this is how we're gonna get our riser, is right here on the ES2. It's all sorts of places on different synths, but for the glide, let's turn it up to like 640 milliseconds. So if I do this, if I let go of this other note really quickly, but then let go of everything, and then push this, this is a normal C. If I do this on mono with the exact same settings, it still takes that time no matter what. So we might actually end up doing some risers with some mono stuff, but I'm going to start with legato just to have that baseline, simple yet important riser. So, I mean, as basic as possible, I won't touch anything else here. And I'm going to make an 8-bar phrase. And I'll start it here, but sometimes I include, wait. All right. Hit Y to shut that library. Then depending on how fast you want your riser, that's going to change some elements of this. Where is this? Oh. Sometimes I push keys and I do stuff that I didn't mean to, and then that throws me off. So I just want to make sure I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, yeah, there's my riser. I just put this on an audio track, which is why it wasn't working. So I usually like to start my riser on the note of the key, so it'd be F. It doesn't really matter. Now, here's how we get the riser. And I do have a riser tutorial on YouTube, but they're so easy to make that I'll just make a new one here. So you just basically drag notes on top of each other with the glide on. So this will play the first half of this beat and then add this. And then I just shrink this and keep adding more notes. And the number of notes is growing exponentially, if anyone cares. Command A selects all your notes. So let's see if that might sound better if I started that an octave lower. So let's see if I can even increase the glide. All right. Now let's EQ this and add some effects. Now, some people like to have some sub bass in their riser. I do not, so I'm going to cut my sub bass. You can get a cool effect with the sub bass rising up. And I also like the highs to be clear of that as well. So I'm going to cut some of the highs. And I'm going to increase the attack because it's kind of aggressive. Maybe I'll add another oscillator here too. And this is the number of semitones. I'm going to go down to like maybe 4. I'm definitely doing unison to fatten up the sound. So I think I like this. So 4 semitones is a major third. I like it over that. I'm going to try to even add maybe 8. So that'd be an augmented chord. They sound really funky. But I don't like the saw wave is too intense. All right, I don't like it starting this low. It sounds a little rough. I like that a lot. All right, so next I'm going to add some compression. So basic idea of compression, I'm just saying when am I going to start compressing? And then at what ratio will the audio be compressed? And then attack I have at 0, release I have at about 100. And this makeup gain just turns the volume up. Now I'm going to add some effects to make this a little bit more fun. So let's do modulation, ensemble. I'll do echo. And then some reverb. All right, the echo is too intense. I'm going to turn this down. Maybe a little bit of tremolo before the ensemble. So that is right here. And nothing crazy, just 30%. All right, I like the way that sounds a lot. Now, depending on what we do with this right before the drop, that one measure will stop this riser. But this riser can be used in other contexts as well. So I'm going to stop there for this riser. Now, another thing I'd recommend doing is looking at some of the Apple Loop risers. And by the way, if you like this riser, then save it, of course. I might save this actually because who knows when I'll need another riser. I have some other ones, but I like this. So save channel strip setting as ominous riser.